Let all the earth receive. Let every heart prepare Him room.
And heaven and nature
sing. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare Him room. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, this Savior reigns. Let men the songs employ, while fields and floods, rock hills and plain, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy. Joy, joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let all the earth rejoice. Let every heart prepare His room. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing.
Nice. Joy to the world indeed. Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for sticking to Y254. This is Power Talk, and this evening we're talking about setting our intentions and our vision for the new year. It's the new year, tumeanza officially. I am here with Joshua and Consolata, and we're just chatting about some of the hurdles that we've experienced, some of the things that we have learned from the past few years. So I want to hear from you as well. You can let me know some of the lessons that you've picked up, particularly from 2024, and what you're going to implement and do different in 2025. So venye tumeongea, we've realized that we have a few challenges. Most of them are out of our control that really affected our productivity last year, and they affected some of our plans, some of our goals, and kuna vitu nyingi zili happen. 2024 was such a long year where so many things happened, and it started from 2020. From then, for the past few years, kumekuwa na vitu mob sana. But sasa, we have to, like, the thing about being an adult, unfortunately, is whether we like it or not, we have to keep pushing. Hakuna choice. And sometimes we have to look for the silver lining in every single situation and try to find the best out of that. So that's where we're at. We're thinking about business opportunities that are there, how we can leverage that, how we can create our own opportunities. Na Consolata ulikuwa ananiambia kitu interesting about venye even finding the new opportunities, bado kuna watu wana gatekeep. Gatekeeping in the sense that they don't want to share the information, they don't want to share the same experiences and the same opportunities. So once you get someone is connected, they don't want to share those connections. And unfortunately, that's been the trend, not just something that's been happening recently, but since Kitambo, even in the music industry, there's been this talk about, there was an event where Diamond was paid, I don't know, was it 10 million, 20 million? And then there were local artists, and Diamond was the headliner, and there was Willie Paul who was supposed to be there. I think Calligraph was supposed to perform, and a few other Kenyan artists. But the chat that was going on social media was, Diamond was paid that much, but our local artists do not get paid half as much. And it's not just the case of this one artist. We've had other Nigerian artists, other international artists who come in and they make money from Kenya. Yeah, but then the Kenyan artists, they get paid 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 maximum for the same performance in the same events that these other headliners are doing it. So Joshua, in your opinion, how is that affecting the creative industry? How is it affecting the young people who are trying to come up and be in the same industries, who want the same opportunities?
Okay. First of all, I start by saying Kenya hatujai think outside the box. Mostly music yenye ina creatiwa Kenya na musician wa Kenya mostly wana focus tu na kukulia kwa hiyo country peke yake. Mostly ukiangalia Kenya, sisi wenyewe ndio tunalipa hizi countries zingine, South Africa, Tanzania, US and even Nigeria. But kuja kwa music yetu hakuna yenye imetoka nje except this one ya Kikuyu yenye imehit. Most of Kenyans musician wana focus tu na hapo ndani peke yake. Ukiangalia muziki za vijana gengeton imecheza tu but hakuna yenye wana focus worldwide. Mostly hao wanafikiria tu indoors peke yake. That's why wanashinda wakilia Kenya hakuna pesa, Kenya muziki ilipi. Mostly hao musician wenye wako outside the country Kenya wana focus about nini na world yote, wana focus hii kitu ifike kwa world yote. That's why unaona ikifika hiyo muziki yao ikifika Kenya ni kitu actually wanafanya kitu unique sana yenye hakuna mtu mwingine anafanya. Kenya wana focus na kutafuta nini style yao which is mimi naweza sema which is good but somehow kuna vitu bado hajawako on. Yeah.
And na agree na wewe because music nyingi za Kenya ni songs za kutrend.
Yeah.
It's going to be a trending song on TikTok ya kudance and then after a few weeks imeisha.
Yeah.
And you know the trend yenye tumekuwa nayo unfortunately because musicians come up na kitu enye ni long, ita last for years and years, kitu timeless. And the people who are doing that are the underground artists. So they don't even have that much exposure because they don't have the same platforms, they don't have the same finances, the resources that some of the big brands have. Na tukiangalia other industries, let me focus on South Africa and Nigeria. Nigeria in particular invests heavily in the local art.
Artists, yes.
From the movies to the music to the fashion, everything. Kuna hiyo investment from the government hata. External people au wenyewe wana invest sana kwa art yao ndio wai push. They consume a lot of their content, whether it's good whether it's bad, they will push it to the world. In Kenya sometimes we find that mtu anajipushia yeye mwenyewe. You know, if it's an artist it's Consolata peke, Joshua as his own producer, wendo una push and bado you're competing with producers wenye wako established. Producer mwenye amekuwa hapo for 20 years. Anajua kila mtu akona connections to every media station, every radio station. So it becomes a bit difficult for you to push yours if this producer 20 years ago is pushing theirs and you're competing for the same opportunities. So Consolata, why do you think we don't have that unity in the industry?
How will I put it? See, it's not particularly the unity is, unajua Kenya as a country we love each other, kama tunatusiananga, we insult each other on TikToks, on these platforms. We will defend each other, which is nice. But okay, kuja kwa industry and unapata someone who's already established kwa industry and someone who has to start. If I'm to start and get where huyu mtu wako established ako, I have to hide under this established person's wing. For without that wing, the covering of this established person, hakuna place nitaenda peke yangu. The unities, I think has the unity aiko, I think it's more of a financial thing. Kitu tuna do. That's why we are not hatuna unity as artists. Because if the artists who are already established wangeza create a platform for the people who are also coming in, it would be so nice. We already know that our government don't really support our local artists the way they should, like other countries. Then this established artists, established artists should like make way an avenue for the upcoming, because pia watakuja wazeeke and they'll be out of music, and if they don't create like an avenue for the upcoming artists, tutabaki kama the music in Kenya will die. The creativity, we are not creative in music vile amesema, we are focused hapa. Hatutoki kwa hii zone, we are here and we trend for a few months, for a few weeks and it goes. The only time unatusikia huko nje ni when siku hizi nimeona Asians wanachukua our songs wanafanya dance. That's when our songs pop up, when they come in and like do
Yeah.
But unless they do that, hatutoki kwa hii circle. Even if you're sitting down as an artist and you're writing a song, they should consider writing songs that will be heard by other countries, heard by other people out there. The gengetons are not bad. They're not bad music, but they're too focused inside here, and they're not coming out. And at the end of the day, whatever they're generating here is so little than what they can generate if they think outside the box, create music that's worldwide. Yeah.
So it's also because kuna hiyo sense of lazima mkwe na connection bado.
Lazima tukwe na connection.
It goes back
yeah.
to that again.
Connection.
Because even for this artist, venye you're talking about, there's an aspect of you have to have some finances.
You have to.
For you to even pay DJs to play your music, you have to talk to radio producers, and for you to know these radio producers lazima uko na connection.
You even have to pay money in buses for them to play you see, we're not my pesa money talks here. If you don't have it, okay, because there are so many artists, upcoming artists wametoa songs ziko YouTube zimejaa hivi and no one has ever heard of and they're nice songs, but hakuna mtu amezisikia huku nje. People are so fixated with this other established artists, they forget about the new ones who are coming up, and it's so bad because this established artists wanazeeka, they'll go, siko baya, wanazeeka, they'll go. We need a fresh start, we need a fresh line of upcoming artists, and we can't have that.
Create opportunities, because you see it's the same as also with the acting industry. People are talking about it for so many years. You know, I think it's unfortunate because it's just cycles in Kenya, where personalities in general will have a season where this personality, even for TV, we have a personality who's known and popular for this few years, and then after a few years there's someone else who's come up, but in that period kila kitu inaendanga kwa huyo, opportunities zote ni kwa huyo. If it's acting, they think about that person. So you see this same people in every single production. You hear the same names in every single concert, event, and it doesn't really change because the connection is maintained to how. So they've not really opened up for any new people to come in. But we're getting into a new year. Now the thing I love about New Year's, okay, let me be honest. I also love new weeks. I love Mondays because it's a fresh start. I love fresh starts. I love new days. Anything, because me I always feel like jana ishapita. Kama ni last day imepita, last week ishapita. So what are we doing today? What are we doing now? So we're in a new year. We have this whole new book to write. 2025, we have 12 months. Such a long period of time. So we have control of some things, because we've just talked about some things that genuinely is out of our control. Like the economy is out of our control. The protests, the political instability, way out of our control. All those factors aziko kwa control yetu. But there's some things that are within our control that we can do to maybe get to our goals. And I'm pretty sure we each have our goals. Because umeniambia you don't really like having a fixed routine, but you have I'm sure you have a guide of what you see yourself doing, and the same for you, Joshua. So my question to you is, if in case you have goals that you're setting for 2025 and the goals perhaps that you didn't achieve in 2024, what are you going to implement that's different? What are you going to do enye itakuwa different ndio make sure at least moja ama mbili zimeingiana? Because you know sometimes we have 5 goals, 10 goals, and then we accomplish 7, tunaacha 3, and then we fixate on the 3 yenye hatujafanya. So hata mbili, kufanya hata mbili, it's a major accomplishment, hata moja. So what are you doing different this year to make sure that at least you achieve 1 or 2 goals from what you want?
Last year I started doing music in schools. I was working with Christix Music School, and which is also a good school that I'm looking forward to working with. Yeah. Last year there's a place that it's called Urafiki. It is in Gatina, Gatina United. Yeah, that place we got a contract on that place, and we started teaching music. So tumepata students kadhaa, watu hii wanajitokeza, wanakuja tunafunza music. So in this year mimi nafikiria kufocus more sana, hata seme niwache sana kufikiria sana about production work ya ku make hiyo ku nurture hiyo talent kwa watu hii. Kuna wenye wako na hiyo skills ya production, kuna wanataka kujua production, kuna wanataka kujua about podcast. So nafikiria in this year ni focus na ku nurture hiyo talents na watu hii sana. Actually nafaa nitoke kwa hiyo comfort zone ya kusema ni mimi nafaa nijiwakie. Nafaa tuangalie in future wakati maybe tutoka kwa industry nani watatushikilia. Yeah. So that's what nafikiria. Tumepata students kadhaa wamejitokeza, kuna wenye wanajifunza hiyo production, kuna wenye wanajifunza music, kuna wenye wakuja classes za vocals. So this year nafikiria niwe na wengi na ni focus sana hapo, nitoke kwa hiyo comfort zone ya kusema ni mimi. Kitu ingine yenye inamaliza sana Kenyans kwa upande wa creativity. One thing wana focus na pesa. Second thing ni fame. Mtu akisha pata hiyo fame, creativity inamuondokea. Unapata maybe kuna muziki kuna zingine ukisikiza za most artists wenye wamegrow saa hizi, ukisikiza hizo muziki za kitambo zilikuwa na message. Saa hizi hazina. Mtu kama mostly nimework na wengine wanakuja kwa studio, anakuja kurecord song but maybe amekuja tu kutembea kwa studio tu hapa kugote. Fika hapo anapata ulikuwa na create beat, anasema anaanza kidogo anakuambia hiyo beat naweza imba nayo. So some of them mimi nimekuwa nikiwakataza, naambia hapana, enda kaa chini, andika song yako vizuri alafu kuja tu record. Cause mostly mtu anaweza kuja pate kwa studio kuna beats umetengeneza, beat ni kali, anatengeneza mistari 2 tu peke yake ya chorus, imeshika, anasema tuingie booth, acha tu record. So ukifika hapo kwa verses unapata song haiko catchy hivyo vile inafaa ikuwe. So mostly hazina message. Yeah, wana focus tu, wanaona tu wacha niendelee kutengeneza jina, ndio at least nisianguke. Hiyo ndio kitu tunaweza sema.
Na hiyo ni poa because sasa you're focusing pia on the future. Yeah. Not just for yourself but the future ya the next people, the next generation ya watu wenye watako kwa industry.
Yeah.
That's good. Consolata, what about you? What are you doing this year that's different to make sure that at least to get closer to your goals?
This year, my main focus is making connections.
Yeah.
Because I realized in 2024 that hizo connections nilikuwa nahitaji sana, and I didn't have even one, and being alone without the connections is not easy. It's very tough. It's not easy to make it without. Tunajua with Kenya kama una connection it's not easy. So in 2025 I want to make connections. Anyone I meet that's of a high rank, lazima to nipate number. I get to know the person, befriend the person, because you never know.
That's true.
Yeah. So
Nice connections. No, people. There's this phrase of your networks are your net worth.
Yeah.
Because the people you know around you are the people who will make you, and they'll build you, and they'll connect you with the right people.
Yeah.
So that's hata mimi nafanya reflect on goals zangu, by the way. Because I've been thinking of personally, I think last year I accomplished some of my goals, but I learned a few things about myself.
Yeah.
Because kuna ile era enye I was in this period where I was just super busy. Nilikuwa nataka tu kukuwa busy. So nikakaa nikajiuliza, nimekuwa busy, but am I productive? Am I making money from all these things that I'm doing? And why do I want to be busy? Why do I consistently want that? So I think ilifanya ni slow down kidogo, cause nilikuwa na feel kama na overcompensate. Because unaona venye you're told when you're young unafaa ufanye so much, you're supposed to accomplish this, that, the other. So I was going through that phase where I was chasing so many things, and I had to slow down. I had to realize I don't know why I'm chasing all these things. Sijui naenda wapi, you know. And the worst thing is driving so fast without a direction, because then you can get a very bad car accident. And you need to be fast. You have to have a destination. You have to know which route you're taking. In case this route doesn't work, how do you reroute? And what is the goal? What's the purpose of the whole journey that we're taking? So I think this year, one of my goals is to be more intentional about the projects that I'm taking on and the work that I'm doing, so that nikwe productive over being busy. Because it's so easy to confuse the two. Alafu time inasonga. Jino nilirealize miezi zimeenda, nimekuwa hapa nakimbizana na vitu, and then it starts feeling like a rat race. So I think that's one of the goals. I personally also love setting goals and having because you have to have a 5-year 10-year plan, and then every year unakuwa na to landmark. Unasema hii mwaka wacha nifanye hii, so that I can build closer to that. And the things that I don't accomplish, I don't beat myself up about it. In the past I used to be so pressured about, oh my god, sasa mwaka imeisha sijafanya hivi na hivyo. But then I realized bado kuna time. And do you know, most of the times when we focus on our goals and our plan, it's because of the perception that we have in our mind. We don't realize externally it's just another day. It's, you know, it's just another Thursday. It's not like it's a whole different era. Apana ni Thursday too, but it's just 2nd January 2025. That's the only difference. So I don't know if any of you came across this concept of sijui kuleni grapes chini ya meza.
I saw.
Did you see that?
I did.
And all these hoaxes of if you want this year to be amazing, you have to do this and that. Sijui kimbizana sijui na nini, ati ikifika tu midnight TV, August sijui majibaridi. Yo, Consolata, ulifanya any of those things?
I tried the grape, but haikuwork. Sijui nilikuwa nangoja nini.
Ulikula grapes chini ya meza?
I think nilifanya tu nifanye.
So kwa akili yako haiwork kabisa?
It does not. I think we humans just need to find like something to justify, to help us justify things.
Yeah, that's true.
Even silly things too. Anything we can do to just help justify whatever we are doing, whatever we are planning, anything.
We like to make an excuse for why this will work. Joshua, ulikuwa na any, I don't know, any ritual, anything that you were doing do uvuke mwaka? Unajua wengine sengine unaenda kesha, sijui au kula grapes chini ya meza, sijui ufanye nini. Did you do any of those things when you were transitioning from 2024 to 2025?
Yeah, there's something that I did. Me mostly, I actually si hata nilifanya. Ikitu mostly nimekuwa nikifanya. Unaamka asubuhi, unajiangalia kwa kio, unajiongelesha. Unasema wewe uta make it. You are a big person, unaweza. Leo uta achieve kitu. Mostly pia kitu ninaweza sema tarudi kwa hiyo story yako ya connection. Kuna hii kitu inasema faith without actions is dead. So mimi ninaweza sema, na according to a message nilipata kwa a best friend of mine, na pia namfuatilianga sana, anaitwa Amani Baya, anacheza drums. That guy kuna mahali tulimit na yeye alikuwa na concert ya drums, alisema utangoja connection na utawaipata until ile siku utatoka kwa nyumba utoke. So unaweza kuwa uko na muziki, una record muziki yako fiti, lakini wakati unatoka tu nje, maybe unaenda tu kujaribu kusqueeze hapo kana nafasi hapo, ongea tu. Actually unaweza omba kwa nyumba, useme God, mimi ninatoka hapa, kuna concert place fulani na expect kuwa hivi na hivi na hivi, hebu nielekeze, na unatoka. Actually mostly nimekuwa nikiangalia life ya wase wengi, unapata msee ana kwanza historia watu wanasema ati kuomba. Actually mimi ni swali naweza kuuliza, utaomba hadi lini na ufanye kitu huku nje? Kuna mtu hata by the way, kuna watu naonanga hata wanatembeanga huku, maybe nimetoka gig, unapata msee ameshinda church, kupita hapo asubuhi kuna mtu anaomba church kutoka asubuhi hadi jioni, na mostly tena atarudi kwa nyumba, mostly ukiangalia atatoka hapo aende job, atarudi kwa nyumba aende kulala, aseme nimeshaomba Mungu, so Mungu afanye kapati yake sasa. Mostly watu wametonga waji, wametumia this word prayer vibaya sana. Actually prayer unafaa uombe na then work for yourself. Mostly kwanza unaona kuna watu wao wanaomba sana, by the way mimi hata naona wanaomba sana but life yao ni hivyo tu iko. Actually hakuna kitu wanawaka. Mtu ameomba anajua nishaomba, by the way juu hata Bible imeandikwa ati unafaa uombe. Yeah, you should seek and find. But sasa utasik kitu nenye hata utafuti. Unataka maybe for example kama mimi before nipate gitaa, takuja niambie Mungu mimi nataka nikuwe na gitaa na siendi kwa wako kunje.
Hiyo ni ukweli, because faith without action is dead. Yes, ni muhimu omba, but fanya kitu. Venye mnasema kama if uko na goal, hakuna venye utakaa tu. Hata mimi venye nitatengeneza vision board, niseme hii mwaka nitaka ku accomplish hii na hii, but if sitaweka the work, tuseme let me give one situation. Watu wanapendanga kuongelea fitness. Hii mwaka na join gym. Hii mwaka but aujai atafanya research kujua area yenyu kuna gym gani. Hata aujui exercise hata moja. And even before ufike kwa gym, kuna workout tunaweza fanya kwa nyumba through YouTube and on your phone. So if you don't do those small actions, then it's very hard for you to accomplish the goal that you have, because you have to put in the work. Now I like that, because that's even a wonderful place to wind up the conversation on, because the goals that we set are supposed to be landmarks for us to know you have done this, but it's just something that you're looking forward to, but you need to put in the work. Ni kama tukiwa shule unasema mimi nataka kupata 400 marks, and unaangalia each subject what you need to get for you to get 400. If you don't get 90 zote, ni tricky kupata 400, si ndio? So you need to put in the work so that the goal that you have makes sense. You can't just write 400 marks and then umelala, haujaifungua hata kitabu, hata hujui formula za math, itatokea wapi? So lazima put in the work. That I think is a wonderful place to wind up. So maybe we can get a song tucheze kidogo, alafu we call it a day. I don't know, also before maybe that you can just mention briefly where we can get you on socials, so that in case mnataka ku follow up, if you want to listen to music, mnataka kupata producer, anything, unaweza reach out. So Consolata, where can we get you?
In all of my social handles, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I go by Consolata Atieno.
Nice. So please look out for Consolata Atieno. Just follow her, subscribe, support everything, because we're all about supporting local music. So what about you, Joshua? Where can we get you on socials?
Get me in all social medias as MK Joshua, and YouTube JM Classic Records. Yeah.
I like that. Asante sana. I think that is it for us for today. Let's enjoy some music before we call it a day. I'll catch you guys next week, but thank you so much for staying tuned. My name is Shirley Blessing, and this was Power Talk.
Bwana wewe umeniita, nimekubali. Bwana wewe umeniita, nimekubali nitumike nyumbani mwako, nimekubali niwe chombo cha hili yako, nimekubali. Oh Baba, nimekubali, kubali, kubali. Oh Baba, nimekubali, nimekubali. Hey Baba, nimekubali, kubali, kubali. Oh Baba, nimekubali, nimekubali. Oh Baba, nimekubali, kubali, kubali. Oh Baba, nimekubali, nimekubali. Oh Baba, nimekubali, kubali, kubali. Oh Baba, nimekubali.